So, welcome back to Draper Startup House. I'm excited to introduce to you today one of our awesome local startups and founders. How's it going, Rita?
Good, thank you. What about you?
Good, going very well. So, we were chatting just a little bit about your startup and a pitch deck competition that you're entering. Can you give us a little bit of background? Tell us about XPact.
Okay, so XPact is a edtech startup. So we created a platform to help teacher create a more creative way of teaching and focus on student participation.
Awesome. And so, how long have you guys been running?
Well, since COVID.
Since COVID?
Yeah, so it's like 7 to 8 months, I think. Yeah.
Okay, and who's we? Is we just
Oh, it's
Rita?
me and my team. So
Uh-huh.
we have another 3 members. Okay, so me as a father and 2 developer and 1 designer. Yeah.
So it's good. You've got a nice little complement of people to get things
Yeah,
going.
4 of us. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about the startup story. How did this come to be?
Oh well, I passionate about education, and I know for Thai education, it has to change, because we don't focus on student participation that much, and we all know that we have this problem, and all of us, 4 of us, I mean, have the same passion,
Yeah.
and and then COVID happened, school have to shut down, and they have the tools to video conference to teach, but they don't have the tools to make students engage.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why we come up with a solution
Yeah.
with XPact.
I think it's an interesting time, right? Because usually government and education is an area where people are very risk averse and very conservative
Yes.
to change, right?
Yes.
But something as big and impactful as COVID has really caused a crisis, and so in a way, it's sort of been an opportunity to open doors,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
To sort of experiment, to do something a little wild.
Yeah.
So, can you talk to us about your customers, about the schools that you're working with?
Okay, so we co-create with 3 schools in Chiang Mai. All of them are private school. We have some public schools, but as you say, it's a lot harder to contact and to get into their school. So we focus on private school first. Yeah, and then we just develop our MVP, minimum viable product, and then we go and test with our users, and we got feedback, and then we develop it. It took us a couple months,
Yeah.
and to finally we are going to have the first version of products that we can do a demo and we can sell it finally.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks ago we start to soft launch our platform. We try to contact a private school and international school in Chiang Mai. Okay, and then one of them want to do a side contact, we call MOU, with us at the first week of December. Yeah.
I think that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's a whole new stuff for us, all of us. Yeah.
And like within the year, to go from idea to MVP to actually signing on real users, especially B2B institutional users, I think that's super impressive.
Well, thank you. Every day counts,
Yeah. So did you always think that you would be an entrepreneur and like found a startup, or what's your own journey been like?
Well, so since I am a student, I want to own my business, but I don't know the word startup before.
Yeah.
And then one of my close friends, she works at Google Thailand now. She just introduced me about the word startup, how it's like. Yeah, and I interested on education, and then she sent me the competition called Disruption. It's the biggest edtech startup competition in Thailand. And I just sent pitch deck. I don't know how to do pitch deck at all at that time. I asked people around me who know about startup how to do pitch deck, and then I just sent pitch deck, and we failed. We didn't we didn't get into the 10 finalists, but we just keep doing more and more and more. And next year we want to go back to that competition again to show that we do something about it. We want to make change for real.
Awesome. So you and I met at the Rising Northern Startup event
Yes.
put on a couple months ago at the Northern Science Park and STEP, right?
Yes.
And so awesome to have you come in here talking to our entrepreneurs in residence, specifically Scott, right, to work on your pitch deck a little bit more. Can you tell us, as a startup in Chiang Mai, what kind of resources do you have? Who do you go to for support?
Okay, so actually, I graduated in Bangkok, so then I moved back to Chiang Mai, and I
Yeah.
saw the event that you mentioned before, Steps, right? Northern Rising Startup, and I found you as a speaker, and then after that, I know I need some coach, I need mentor, and I need resource. Like you said, I go ask you about. I think that about something about research, like I want to do blah blah blah, and then you give me feedback, and then I remember the name Draper Startup House, and then I search in Facebook, and then I got into the competition, and I need someone to help me with a pitch deck because this competition is kind of like different from the one that I got into before. So yeah, and then I just. Inbox, chat to you through a Facebook page, Draper Startup House, and you're so nice. You like reply back, and it's like it's opened the door for us. Like, oh, we didn't know that we have this community. Like a lot of people that try to help us before, but since I know Draper Startup House, it's very helpful.
Yeah, I was really impressed by the way that you sort of comported yourself at the event. You were sitting there like right in the front row, like asking questions, you know, so it made me really happy to be able to help connect you with opportunities. So I think any help that people are giving you, I think it's very well deserved.
Yeah, thank you.
And so when it comes to sort of being part of a community, then can you tell us what that's been like? What you and your other founders, do you hang out with lots of startups in Chiang Mai, or are you guys sort of in this game by yourselves mostly?
Well, I know startups in Chiang Mai because of the event that we met. Okay, I'm still in contact with can I mention the name?
Yeah.
P. Sopon, you know him? BC Rabbit. Yeah, he won the best pitching. In that competition, and P only from Finder, So I just keep contract, and then I talk with him. When I have question, I don't know how to figure this out because I'm so new in this startup field. I go ask them. But specifically about EdTech in Chiang Mai, I think there might be some, but I don't know them.
Yeah, it's a small little world when you're getting started, right? So being able to talk to just people and making those connections, having the right mentor can make all the difference. Yeah. So you guys are currently competing in a pitching competition.
Yes.
Yeah, and so I understand that if you win this, there's a little bit of grant money involved, right?
Yes.
So what's your fundraising plan? How are you hoping to grow and scale your startup?
So apart from the competition, right? So I know when we go out and talk to schools, some of them want to try our platform, like free trial, a month free trial, and then they have a cost on that, and to operate, a cost to operate, and we're looking for 600,000 for 3 months runway to offer our platform to all schools that need to try our platform for 1 month free trial.
And so since you've been working with Scott and regularly meeting with him to sort of get mentored, how do you feel like this idea has developed or grown? Well,
Scott has he's so excited when I mentioned about my platform, even more excited than me. And then he saw the potential in it. And I remember his sentence, and then after that day, I text to him can you tell me, comment our platform so I can send your comment to my teammate because I cannot remember all of it. But I know that it will make them be it's empower. and yeah, he's the one that made me feel like I know it's impossible. Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's possible.
Yeah.
But he showed me like it's had more potential for in a scaling phase, like through another country.
Yeah. I think this is an interesting time for Thailand, and the startup ecosystem here is so new, you know. So where do you think your company and EdTech in Thailand could be in 5 years? If you had to just make like a wild guess, what are some changes or exciting things you think we might see?
So since I met Scott, I know in 5 years our platform can be in Canada, or actually we want to start in Thailand and then in Asia, and then we want to expand through to like Canada, like he's mentioned, because because we have someone new about that country. So I think it's going to be big. So started right here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, connecting with mentors who can help you to access new markets like Canada, where he's from. So taking over the world with expat someday. Excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time with us today, Rita. So if people want to check out XPact and maybe vote for you on the competition, where should they go?
Yeah, sure. You can go to a Facebook page named XPact for education, and then you're gonna see the update posts, the top one. And you go through the step in that post.
Vote and help this wonderful young woman and her team do great things to shape education in Thailand. And if you're a startup who wants to connect here in Chiang Mai, come hang out with us at Draper Startup House. We're nice people. We like to say hello. And if you are in need of help with your own pitch deck, come hang out with our entrepreneurs in residence. We have talented mentors who are here to help you at DSH. We keep office hours. You can just drop in, hang out with them and chat. Or if it's your pitch deck specifically that you're working on December 2nd and 3rd, Draper Startup House is partnering with 2Exit Startup Consultancy to host a 2-day pitch deck workshop. It's going to be a great chance for you to come in, connect with other founders, learn from mentors, and really perfect your pitch. If you're serious about fundraising, we think this is a terrific opportunity for you to make the next step. All right, so we'll go back to enjoying our coffee and having a great afternoon here at Draper Startup House.